Hey there folks, let's do today's CSS battle. Alright, what do we got here? Super fun. This real intriguing shape, right? What do we do with this shape? How do we make it? What do we do with it? What is the regularity of the thing? I'm going to use the nested template. So that's using the HTML element. I'm going to put purple on it, and I'm going to put green on the body element, which is effectively what this markup is. 15, 16, 17 is the top and bottom margin that get that shape, and then 10, 100, no, 10, 20, no, 15, 16, 17. All right, and I believe the thing I want is a conic gradient, actually a repeating conic gradient with two color stops, 0, so it's going to be this green 0, 25%, and then like that. And then if I put that in the top right corner, so at 100%, zero, and then give it a width and height, 50 pixels, I don't know what the number is, and then do repeat Y, then I get something like that design. Not quite right. How about 100 pixels? And yes, that is how I do that. Then, so right now behind it I've got this red. So that's what's peeking through. So whatever I do, I need to be on the top layer. So that's on the bottom layer of the various layers of background. So if I do a linear gradient, at transparent, and then green, and 1, 2, 3. So I think I can use percentages here if I have 3 color stops. So it's 40% transparent to 60% the green, and then 0 at the color stop. I gotta make sure to use percentage marks and a comma between, and not leave a trailing comma, and have a comma after every line, and that's it. This is not how everyone would do it. This is just me and my repeated fixation on the conic gradient as a useful tool for CSS battles. And I just did a repeating conic gradient in another video, so that's has in my mind. Otherwise, it would be, what would it be? It would be these again. Undo the repeating part, remove the trailing space, and then change this color stop to be 75. And that's the other way to do that. So I can submit that, and I believe that's also 100% match. And then I can use my plugins, which are on GitHub, Minify and Unit Replace, and that is a full solve. This definitely looks like a toy, or an item in an Atari video game, pixel art, those kinds of things. I don't know otherwise what that shape is. Might be a very stylized caduceus on its side. Maybe it's just a very stylized E yeah, who knows what it could be. Anyway, fun puzzle to do. And because it's very, very blocky, you could do this many different ways. You could do, in fact, if you were, yeah, there's so many different ways to do it. It makes my head spin, but that's a fun one. I hope you're having a great day. Go make a web page, please. Everybody's got web browsers. And you know, what better thing to do than make a web page? Learn a little code, view source, share it with the world. All right, bye-bye.